Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Huh. That's weird. I don't know what's going on, but you guys see it, right? Why would there be a lag? I was messing with the camera. Hold on. We can save the stream here. Everything seems fine. Hello. Okay, no lag. All right, maybe it's just on my side. My side, there's a lag. It's like it's behind on the preview, but that's fine. Nothing to do with me. It might be Bruce Lee time. No lag, yeah. What does we see it mean? That's strange. Why, man? What's going on? I was messing with the camera right before this, and I don't know if that did something to it. Hold on. Check. 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. That seems better. Yeah. I think we're good to go there. I think the camera just needed to reset a bit. Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay. Just when the stuff's not right, it gets in my head. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here on this wonderful Sunday morning. 65,720 for Bitcoin. We're gonna find out what's happening and break it down. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Who hesitated to take Sammy's trading courses. Start chasing your dreams, baby. Shout out to Seize the Day, man. That's the only lag in the game. Amen. I like you. That guy's, man, you got a good metaphoric mind, bro. I like the way you talk. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Bitcoin inside of a flag of the 2-hour time frame. 2-hour ready to break to the upside. I'm still bullish. This thing looks like it's going to rip to the upside, pulling the moving averages together. Anything could happen. But I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin on the 2-hour time frame. We're going to break it down and have some fun like we do every single day here on the channel as we're getting ready for tonight and that weekly candle close, right? The oh so beautiful, the oh so amazing. And again, we're diligent here. We're up Sunday morning. We're late Sunday night. We're back at it Monday, ready to rock. And we take it seriously. When we make gains on Monday and Wednesday and Tuesday this week, God willing, inshallah, I hope it all works out. It'll be because we took our due diligence this weekend to study the market. And we weren't really caught off guard by what happened as the week began. You know what I mean? It's all about preparing. Let's put that lemon into the water. Okay? Let's get everything ready to go. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you. Shout out to all my lovers of life. Shout out to everyone kicking it with the lifers. That's beautiful. Sunday morning is a special time. Today's a special day, every single day is a beautiful day, but Sunday is just that special day, man. Shalom, man. Shout out to Paul Wood. Asian market is very chipped now. I guess let's see what's happening. And what I did too is I wanted to find out when the Asian market opened here. And so you got Shanghai Exchange opens at 9:30 p.m. tonight till 9:30 local time. All right. The Tokyo 12 a.m. to 3 p.m. Thank you, baby. That's beautiful. Love you, sweetheart. The Seoul Stock Exchange, 11 p.m. to 2, and then 2 to 5. In the Hong Kong, 12 a.m. to 4. Local time would be 1 p.m. to 5 p.m., right? Why am I floating up there? There we go. Anyway, let's get back into BTC. The weekly looks like it's going to close absolutely beautifully above the key level, 64,200. That's all that mattered to me. And that's how we take it one step at a time. Our next key resistance will be, if you remember, 67,200. These are the same key areas. Then it's going to be 68, 69, and then the all-time high. All right. Bing, bing, bing. So, and we can see all of this ready to rock here. All right. And anything is possible for BTC. We look at BOOKMAP to see where the liquidity lies, and it does suggest that we do go lower, all the way back down to 64,000. It says there's just way more people waiting, and there's more buys down here ready to scoop Bitcoin and drag the price down into a long squeeze. However, when you zoom out too a little bit, you see enough liquidity to get us to 66,000 and 67K. And so it's kind of a smorgasbord of liquidity. It can go either way. The opportunity is for, when you just look at it, it's just a little more down here and a little darker to the downside. But it could go either way, And we take it one step, one day at a time, one candle at a time. Just keep trading only U.S. Beautiful Sunday to all. Shout out to Rave Sound Records, Timmy313. Shout out to GF Burke and all the beautiful people here on the live. So the weekly looking beautiful for a close above 64,200. That's a bullish close. So whatever happens today and up and downs and, it's all good. That's a bullish close on the weekly. That 3-day chart just refuses to make a red candle. I mean, that's one of the biggest streaks it's had in a long time. Basically, 7 candles in a row, and it will close a candle tonight with the weekly at 8 p.m. And that looks like it's going to close bullishly too. And the tight moving averages suggest that when the moving averages are very tight on the 3-day chart, I mean, the last time they were this tight, an explosive move. Very tight, explosive move. Very tight, and explosive move. 1, 2, and the 3-day chart, the moving averages don't get tight. It's very rare. You got it right here, right there. You know what I mean? It's either when they reconsolidate in a bear market or you're consolidating for some type of bigger move. When the moving averages consolidate like this, it tells me that price action is gearing up to take its next leg to the upside. It's very, very likely. These are the odds that, we're just playing the odds here now. So if you're long, you're playing the odds of probability. And my longs are based on years of data. I don't just take a long. I watch years of data and decide, hey, this makes the most sense. This makes the most money if I do this at this time. And so that's what I do. Okay? Hey, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. I wanted a retest so I could make a pretty purchase. Daddy needs a new Lamborghini, baby. Shout out to Marcus Beckles. Keep SC Northwest in your thoughts and prayers. Devastating here. Whole town's literally wiped away. I'm sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. Insane that we got so lucky here in Sarasota with no rain. I just got some lanai damage. I literally got $350 worth of lanai damage. And the guy was able to do a couple other things too. So let's pull this down and let's get back to that daily. And I just take away the moving average for now, but we've talked about this double bottom for a long, long time. And we've gone over it every single day for days now. Got that measured move, wick to wick. Yeah, it's about $77,000 Bitcoin. A coming new all-time high for BTC. If this double bottom breaks out, 68% chance. So you got the tight moving averages on the 3-day. All right. You got the double bottom on the daily. The stochastics RSI are overbought. When you get very, very bullish, they'll be up here and you will pump through that. See, when we pumped hard, we were up here when the pump started. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got a major pump through that. All right. I know that's contradictory, but the stochastics get pinned at one point when things get very, very bullish. So you have to understand these concepts over time and you'll figure it out. It is confusing at first, even to me as the beginner's mind, I'm like, huh? But now that I've been through it all, I'm like, yeah, I get it all. It all makes sense. And your mentors will tell you things and you'll be like, but what? But you almost have to live through it to understand what your mentor is saying. And that's kind of the student to mentor relationship takes time. So beautiful resistance has been broken, in my humble opinion. All right. Resistance. So we have some support at 64,500 for Bitcoin. You break 64.5, you see this gap in the VRVP and you come back to the node there, 61,000. You definitely come and hang out at 62, 63. So 64 really kind of needs to hold in a way, or, nothing needs to happen, but if it holds, it'll be you don't want to lose 64. 64 is the gateway back down to the point of control of 59,000. Above 64,000 is the way out, right? So then we look here at this 4-hour flag, oversold in the stochastics. The bears had so long to dump the price action after the nice pumpage, but we've really just been consolidating. And the 4-hour now back on the 21-day moving average. And to me, I'm staying in the long. I've been in the long for 2 days now, since like Friday afternoon or something like that, right? Maybe even Friday at like 1 o'clock in the so it's been 2 days. So it is a long time. It's been an annoying trade, but we've just been sideways for 2 days. So, all right. Yeah, AI is going to get big again for sure. Yeah. So I'm convinced here that there could be a pretty big move for Bitcoin. Also, there's an SR flip locally. Previous resistance becomes a bounce area right there at about 64,350, and that's, into the 500 area. So I'm seeing signs of a possible move. The 2-hour looks absolutely beautiful for a pump. But again, we could just kind of triple top our way. They could say, hey, but we're at resistance at 66,000. We do need to break through 66K. So I'm still long. I could be wrong. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I really don't. But you never know. Okay. So that's kind of where I stand. Now, how do you flip short if it doesn't go our way? 7 Minute has been losing the 200, but we've been tight on it. So you don't want to just go short out of nowhere. So to me, I'd have to lose this trend line on this. You know what I mean? I'd want to see us lose this key area. Bears retest and then boom. And it could be kind of like a slanted Bart Simpson that dumps us down. But I would be looking for us to go to 64,500. And it does corroborate the story here because that's where a lot of liquidity is. So we're kind of hanging on this line. There's bulls on one side, there's bears on the other. There's enough liquidity to kind of support a claim either way here. And we're tight inside the zone, getting ready for a very volatile, very anticipated, highly, violent possibly in the way of trading move up and down goes, weekly candle close. So we'll see what happens for the weekly candle, but only time will tell. All right. Ready to rock. So that's my Bitcoin update for you from the weekly, all the way back down to the 1 minute, 7 minute, 15. What time frames I'm watching. Look for the 15 minute to reset, but not lose this trend line. You lose 65,300 right there. You're likely going to go down to 64.5, and then we can go from there. All right. I love FUD. You were early. A little bit of FUD goes a long, long way, baby. So Caspa getting some FUD today. I just like this tight channel. I look at the TA. I don't really listen to much else. Pretty boring guy for me, and I watch this. As long as if this loses the trend line, then it might come in test 10. But as long as it stays tight, we're on our way to 37. Still perfect time in my opinion to grab a double up here from 16 to 37. But again, you got to do your own research, find out if the TA works for you, get an education, and if that education fits and sits, then you can take it. You take your trades that you figure out on your own. All right. All I could do is keep you up to date. All right. I like the chart on YASBA. We already played the liquidity from head and shoulders. Now playing the inverse head and shoulders on the upside. Yeah. Looking at XRP, flipping the switch as we speak. Let's go. Sam, was in your Saturday class. We'll recommend it to anyone in this chat. Wanted to know how we get a copy of the lessons and the chats you showed us. Everything will come to you today. Everything will come to you today. Yeah. My Coin8 liquidity map shows different story. There's always such differences in liquidity maps and long. I don't know, man. Mine's spot on. What this says, happens. So you did say the bull flag were break out with the shoulder head and the shoulder a couple of months ago. He says blood diamond confirmed on the 3 minute. I will hold the long, but that's just me. Yeah. MYRIA is hot right now. To me, it's the oversold gem in the room. I mean, the undervalued gem in the room. That could really do numbers. It could really, really do numbers. Just be careful. We had a big pump, right? Like, look for the daily kind of maybe to come back here to the 21-day moving average. Just remember how far you are for the 21. There was a lot of FOMO right now. People are going to FOMO into coins. Just buying large amounts of coins. So I mean, Sui getting a rip up to the upside, and people are kind of like, they're panic buying now, right? I mean, look at that move though. And you can see I have a flag drawn, and I said if it could bounce off here to the upside, I wouldn't be surprised though. This might come right back down and then go sideways and create a nice, more consolidated place where you have some time. If you're emotionally buying into things right now, then you kind of have a problem. Look, 1177. I keep seeing that. But shout out to all my Sui people. We doubled up on Sui. I got in at 90, went to 180. We made it double up. I'm up pretty nicely on the Sui buy. So, hey, if you got into Sui with the kid, you're making gains, baby, gains. So shout out to anyone that jumped into Sui with the lifer. Unbelievable. You can't beat that. You just can't beat that. That's one of the best spot calls I've had in a long time, man. And again, I guess everyone jumped on, but who had the guts to jump in, right? And to make those gains, to turn that $5,000 into 10,000, man. I mean, what a move. So, Sui. Now, when I look at Sui on the daily time frame, let's delete everything and kind of take a look. But, you know, that was a pretty nice move to the upside here. Wow, and you can see I'm giving Sui back on 9.9 in the trading group. So if you just jumped into the, you know, you didn't even know what layer ones were, and you just started researching, I mean, Sui right there before it made the inverted head and shoulder with that funky flag break to the upside, it ripped to 139, and then, you know, 180, the rest is history for Sui. And the trade's been made. All right, people have made them gains, bro. So let's take a look here. And pulling the trigger down here wasn't easy, but I knew when you get above the 200 MA, you know, and we were kind of edging on that. And I played this flag right here. See, this is the flag that was given. How did I see that happen before? I mean, there's a gap in the VRVP. You see this nice big fat gap? I mean, that told me something was coming. I saw I'm a moving average guy. And you can see that the 50 is coming for the 200 MA. See, it's a latent signal. You don't wait for it to cross, but if you front run this idea and you get better and better at front running it, because your instincts get stronger with the more you use it. You know, this is the edge that you have over younger traders and people that haven't been in the market as long as you. You just can see things before they can. They just don't have that what I call lifer vision, you know. And once you get lifer vision, that's what people gain trading with me, hanging out with me on a daily basis. I'm obsessed with it. I don't take days off. Mom died, dad died, and I don't bring it up, but I mean, who doesn't take a day off, right? And we fought through it, you know, and I did it with each and every one of you. You guys proved to me that no matter what, I could get through anything and anything. And I have a community that's bulletproof, and a lot of people that I put a lot of time and effort into, and you people put a lot of time and effort into me. And together, it's a fortitude, strength, and, you know, I don't know what we got going, whatever you want to call it, but I know that I have something really strong with my community, and I appreciate it. Thousands of people reached out to me when my mom died, and I was sitting in the hospital room on Twitter, and there was message after message after message. It was overwhelming. You know, never in my life had I had that many people reach out to me. So I remember sitting there and, you know, I still can't believe it happened like that. I guess coming up on a year is making me really reminisce. 1 month from now, about a month and a half, will be the day that my mom passed. She'd passed on Thanksgiving last year of a stroke while she was talking to me. It was pretty tough, man. And I'm sorry to bring it up again. I bring it up a lot on the channel. But, you know, I think it helps me get over it when I bring it up and just let it out. So, yeah. Anyway, it is what it is, man. Everyone, you know, there's people here that went through even worse than me. It's not, you know, I don't want to try to be the winner of the pain game here. You know, 8 hour looks like it does want to blast to the upside. I wouldn't be surprised if Sui makes a big move here to 254 before it finally calms down with some bearish div. You know, doesn't even have really strong bearish div yet. So watch the 8 hour for Sui. This thing looks like it may attempt to continue to pump here to the upside. All right. Yeah. Fine. Sui, man, could be the one, man. Can you show us your setting on BOOKMAP? Mine doesn't show red on the downside. Sorry for your loss, my grandma. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Mon looking at Wolf on MEXC. Senator TA for super chats and deep dives. You want me to go over a coin and talk about something? It's been 16 days since your haircut. Funny. It's been longer than that. Longer than that. Yeah. I don't know what is that like. Is that something I should remember? BLUB to the moon. Let's go, lifers. Get in that 99. Butsinator liking his BLUB. And BLUB did look like it had some legs on it, even though I'm not into BLUB. Right. Well, look, there it is. That's the last thing I was looking at. A little bit of BLUB in my life. And BLUB did get the pump, though. And we looked at it. It did look like it wanted to break out the flag. BLUB up 34% gains. Over 24% gains, you know. So I'm still long. We'll see what happens. I told you how to short it if it shorts. I showed you where to go if it shorts. And I show you my vision to long, and I'm still in a long. So only time will tell. You want to jump on in and trade spot? All right. You don't even have to trade leverage. You can trade spot. All right. But you can jump on into Weeks. Find out more at weeks.com. All right. And there's a link in the pinned comment there if you want to jump on in and sign up to Weeks. All right. Weeks will blow your mind. It's awesome. All right. Second lowest fees in the game next to MEXC. MEXC has the absolutely best fees. You won't beat any exchange in the game with MEXC. They did something no one else ever did, and they kind of kept it for a long time too. So shout out to everybody here that jumped into MEXC. Unbelievable what goes on over there. So MEXC and Weeks, two of the best exchanges in the game. If you're going to jump on in, Weeks is the easiest and simplest with no worries, no headache, no BS. Just trade, you know. So all those questions that you normally ask, the answer is no, 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 and no. And you'll be able to just trade. So I find that amazing. And yeah. All right, everybody. I just try to do a quick update here on the morning and then kind of let you guys fly and be free. It's Sunday, you know. But it does look like these altcoins are starting to take off, and they don't really care what day it is at all. Remember, though, the daily is a little away from the 21. The 3 days very far away from the 21. I usually don't like to buy then, but we could be here with a pullback, you know. But at the same time, I feel like there's either one of these or one of those. It's unlikely to just continue to rip. Buying right here could be a very impulse, emotional move. I would pull a Fibonacci and wait for the pullback. Even if it continues to pull up here, it will pull back somewhere there. I guess it could be the last chance to buy. You never know. I'm in the middle on it, you know, and so I guess it couldn't be the worst thing in the world. You never know if you really like this coin to stockpile it, right? You just want to be a Sui king, you know. So Sui. Funny. Weird, right? Very weird. Okay. So just remember, you're away from that 21 on Sui. Beautiful double bottom. If you look at that, I mean, you got to take that measured move, right? I mean, that puts you somewhere at like a 375 Sui. Yeah, it'll be a double up real quick for Sui. And if you got in at 90, we'd be at basically a nice 4x there. So Bitcoin battling 65.8 and keeps going back to 65.8 to 65.6. Just really channeling. I think it's waiting for CMEs to open before it moves. It stayed flat basically all weekend for the most part. So, and when Bitcoin stays flat, the altcoins like to pump. And so you got to pump in Sui. You got to pump in some other coins too. And so things starting to get pretty awesome here for the altcoins. Let's take a look at the kind of overall span of these alts. Crypto bubbles on the hour. Sui is the winner. Tau up a bit, right? SEI Hex down a little bit because it had a bit of a pump there. And on the day here, we have FTT getting a huge pump to the upside. The FTX token, we'll take a look at that and understand what's happening there. But Sui, and then on the week, the biggest winner there, FTS token, because I guess it pumped today. Pepe, CFX, SEI. And let's take a look at what happened to FTT. That's interesting. The FTX token getting a massive pump to the upside, apparently. Oh my gosh. Going from 148 to 253. Was there any indication of it? A flag of some type? I mean, it started to consolidate here, but on very low volume here, and even on MEXC. I mean, that could just be a comprised. Who knows, really? You never know. It could be a group that got a hold of it on low volume. I don't even know. You know, they say they're going to do more for investors or something, and they're going to come back. I don't know. Some insider information. We can find out. Maybe the chat knows, and there's some news out there that's out in the chat. Web3 Gaming Council on SUI also play. I know that's going to be huge, right? It's going to have a gaming council. I don't know how that. I mean, so SUI's got it all. It's got DeFi. It's got gaming. It seems to have it all. So, pretty interesting. Is it OTK and PPP? You know, Iris is coming after every 20. FTX is returning. The bankruptcy money getting released tomorrow, I think. Yeah, I agree, Bert. Yeah, the investors. That dude's so whack, bro. Yeah, just look into it. Don't watch YouTube. I'm not talking saying I'm smarter than anyone else, but I've been Flex Zone. What is he saying? I can't see your first thing because like. FTL payout plan, last minute changes, leave creditors feeling scanned twice. You're funny. Navi on SUI is incredible. Yeah, it's funny. I got a bunch of different things on SUI that look pretty hot. All right. Now I knew about Navi, but Navi, that was Atlas Navi. That's not gonna be the same, is it? Are we talking about the same thing? I'll do my due diligence here and let's find out. Velas getting some love. Hamster Combat in the game if you want to know what's hot. So we have Atlas Navi, Natlas Fincer fan token. No. Navibration. If it has the SUI address, we'll know right there. No, so this doesn't. You ride like SUI there. Interesting. Solana back at 157. So yeah, here it is, NAVX. See, that's how you get it. I figured it out there. So NAVX, Navi, there it is. All right, and that thing is booming with the X on it. Never to be denied. Always figuring out what it is and how to get there. This thing was hot. Someone mentioned it like the other day in the trading group too. Went from 6 to 16 cents, which is on a crazy tear. Volume's pretty low on MEXC, which sketches me out. Might be a better place to jump on in. Let's see. It's got KuCoin, MEXC, Bitmart. Still, the volume's pretty light. Let's take a look. The best places to get it is really the CETUS. HDX has a lot of volume, and CETUS has some volume, right? 1.3 million. So the CETUS, right? And CETUS is a swap for SUI. So you get the SUI network downloaded to your MetaMask, right? I accept the CETUS protocol, blah, blah, blah. And then you connect the wallet and you can buy SUI for Navi. And that would probably be the best bet. You know, again, I'm not saying I'm doing that. I'm just going over the idea of like, how would I attempt to get into Navi? Because like, I don't like Navi at, and if you believe that SUI's going to do big, Navi would likely follow and do numbers. Now, it's also high risk, high reward on that idea, but, you know. So that's what I do. I look at ecosystems and you see kind of what's behind it, right? And I got a bunch of coins kind of to show the trading group that are all kind of behind SUI. I researched, we got like 4 or 5 that all make sense, that could make gains behind the SUI ecosystem. SUI's going to be pretty big. Understanding SUI, getting to know SUI, and, you know, speculative investing on SUI for me is going to be a pretty good look, in my humble opinion. So I'm already up on it. It's already made me some gains. We'll see where this thing can take us. All right, we won't be greedy. We'll be happy with our SUI win here. But then I would go back to CETUS, and you're going to go up here. And what you can do is you can paste in that address for Navi. And there it is, NAVX, right? And then, you know, I could buy NAVX for SUI. What I like about this is Houdini swap comes into play. Why is this? Well, what if you had a bunch of Ethereum sitting on your MetaMask wallet, but you wanted to buy that coin, right? I bet, I almost want to say here, we go to Solana, any token. All right, so they don't have SUI yet, but what you could, they don't have Navi yet, but you could do is you could get SUI for sure. All right, and you can go ETH to SUI real quick, put in your address right there, put in your SUI address, hit find the best route, then it's going to give you your Ethereum address to put in. Hit that button, and what's going to happen is next thing you know, on your MetaMask side, you're going to have SUI there, and they're going to be able to buy Navi immediately. So Houdini swap makes it very easily. Like if you only have one of the, you know, you don't even know about the chain. Let's just say you just heard about a new chain, SUI, and you want to buy a new coin on it. Houdini swap makes it very easy. So most people start at Ethereum, they have Ethereum in their MetaMask, and then kind of that's where it ends. And if you want it to go further, Houdini swap makes it awesome. So yeah, Houdini swap kind of for me is the place to be. All right. What about SUI unlock in October? Will we soak in the new coins? That's a good question. And you know, it does look like it's on a bit of a tear here into that move. Looks like there will be somewhat of a pullback. Nothing goes up forever. So in my humble opinion, it does look like there will be somewhat of a pullback. 8 hour right now looks like it's going to continue to moon. You'd want to look at your smaller time frames. If it is going to continue to moon somehow, some way, this 1 minute will make a bit of a flag and continue to pump. And we might have a major pump here throughout the day into 190 for SUI. Heck, we might hit $2. You never know the way this thing's starting to run. All right. If it loses this level here, that means it will probably drop down to 175, and then it could drop down to 172. So, but yeah. Trade your junk for Caspa, Houdini. You're funny, yeah. What about SUI unlocking? Yeah, exactly. That's a good point, though. Thank you. Yeah. SEI tends to follow SUI. Like, it's in the same boat. Layer ones that battle against Solana. Like, what could be better than Solana but SUI and SEI, right? So I made a play on SEI a while back, and I still own it and believe it could do numbers, right? And if you look here, it's almost like SEI might be a little bit behind the SUI pump. Not behind it, I mean like behind it, like, you know, like hasn't happened as fast as the other one, you know. Something not like the one that caused it. Like he was behind the actual, you know. But look at that. I mean, the 4 hour looks good to go. A nice little breakout. What if Bitcoin does an explosive move on its flag today? Everything follows. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, we're seeing too many flags and a lot of low stochastics. 4 hour looks really good for SEI for a move up to 71. I do hold SEI. I am a holder of the coin, so yeah. SEI Sealer is my ace in the hole, right? Yeah. How you feel about XLM? XLM's all right. I mean, it's boring. It's old. It'll probably pump a little bit with the rest of the market. It's like a blue chip crypto. I hold some, but it's like, it's not my favorite thing. You know what I mean? So, anyway, yeah. All right, 1044. I keep saying I'm about to jump on out of here. Follow me on Twitter, at CryptoLifer33. I greatly appreciate it. How many people we got in the stream? Haven't even taken a check here on a gander. 1,059 people here on a Sunday morning. 311 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Come on, man. Every single awesome person here should be awesome. If you're awesome, you're spreading the love. If you're spreading the love, you're hitting that like button. Like, if that's just who you are, that's the kind of person you're going to be. A person that always, supports the people around them and sends that love, right? So there's a lot of RWA buzz going on too, right? Realio getting that move. And honestly, like, RWA is getting back in the driver's seat. Realio back to 132. I mean, these coins are taking names and ripping. I wouldn't be surprised if they just flag out here and they continue. Once Realio breaks above 140, it's going to rip back to 190 pretty fast. There's gaps in these. People panic sold these fast, so that's why they move up so fast. Second they reverse fast. It's like you forget this too, right? GFI, another nice coin. Right? 230 sitting in the side. I mean, that's nice, right? Just consolidating, getting ready. It's got the Adam and Eve double bottom. People just don't know enough about it yet. But once GFI, the cat's out the bag, man. I hold a nice big old bag of this coin. Only a matter of time, in my humble opinion. But yeah. Do you hold any Nacho? I do hold Nacho. I do hold some Nacho. Yes, I do. Whatever happened to Nacho? Look at BLUB just going on a run there. Whatever happened to Nacho? Pulse X, die. Oh yeah, you sent me that one place. Where did you find the Nacho? Nacho keys, Nacho crypto. You know, Near likely was going to pump. And Near is an amazing product. See, all the coins that people were like, oh, I'll get back in at the right time. Those are the coins that are just out of control now. And people are like, but I swear I was, you know, I put this out to my trading group. Get it in Near somewhere at about $4. You're already at $5.50. Beautiful move to the upside. Once we crush that 200 MA, we are gone. That's a cup and handle. Slowly start scalping up that stop loss to the upside if you're in there. And these take time. There's a lot of people in my group like, you scalp the 1 minute. I don't have time. And I would say, fine. And here's some nice long trades that are going to take 2 to 3 weeks to a month. And you can go to work every day, buy this one day on a weekend, and then just watch it for a long period of time. Again, I'm not your friend. You do whatever makes you happy. It has to fit. But this is what I'm saying is these are longer time frame trades. Like I trade the daily when I don't want to be staring at it for a long period of time. All right. So. Near's been on a fabulous hold since the beer. Yeah, I don't know what Hamster's about, man. You know, so I don't really talk about it. I have nothing to do with it. I don't want to be. I didn't make it. I didn't. You know what I mean? I don't want to associate myself that's with anything that could tarnish my brand. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Hamster. I just don't know anything. I don't know enough about it to be about it. You know, maybe it goes great and we miss out on a huge opportunity. I can't get everything, so I'm okay with that. Previous supportive resistance here on the daily. We're looking at Ondo. Ondo just had a nice, beautiful run up from 55 all the way back to 80. But it hit a resistance at the 200 MA on the daily time frame. Same story, morning glory. We want to see Ondo just kind of eventually break out of these flags. We want to see the daily change it up and just continue on these runs. I believe Ondo is a great purchase. I loaded up on Ondo in a major way. So not my first tech. Shout out to GF Burke. We love you, man. Boom, boom, boom. Nacho. Whatever happened to Nacho? I don't even know if it found the thing or not. If it's doing it or not. Is it doing it? Market cap back to 4 billion. And I'm a huge Caspa fan. I just don't know if Caspa is going to be able to do what people think it's going to do. Look at the volume on that. Very small, right? Fully minted though, right? 16,000. Okay. I mean, I guess it can't have a lot of volume if it's already minted in a way. And so we got in there, it came up, went down. It's really basically, you know, floor price now, right? I mean, continues to go up in holders. I don't know. I'm not a huge meme guy, man. I've seen memes destroy people and destroy chains. Like, chains are awesome. Everything's going well for that chain. And then the memes come and just like, nobody invests in the real tech. A lot of people get rocked. A lot of people win in the middle, tell the story of how great it was, and then people that didn't win just prepare to go into the next meme thing and get wrecked again. And so 90% of the people just keep going through a washing machine of losing all their money. The other people end up with Bitcoin and all these other awesome coins that have nothing to do with the coin they put out, right? You know what I mean? The meme coin is just a way to get your coins, and then they move on to the sunset. So I just be really careful, man. And I don't want to be the meme channel. I don't mind going over a few, and I own some memes. I will speculate at the right time. When everyone's talking about something, I'll throw in on it, get in, and then just walk away like it didn't matter. But I will not cultivate a cult-like relationship. Get it? Cultivate a cult-like relationship with these memes. All right? And I would advise you, and I could, if you were my buddy, that's another, life lesson there would be stay away from memes. But, again, then you buy the meme and you'd make it all the way to the upside and end up with way more money than me and be like, dude, I told you. So you never know. Life or stay strong. What do you think about Daddy and the pump that Andrew Tate promised? I mean, yes and no, right? I mean, has it done anything? I look at the charts, right? I support. I'm a fan. They're cool. Like, you know, I'm not 100% ever anyone else's brand but my own. Right? But like, it's just been kind of, you know, fine. I lately had a little bit of a move up. 7 to 15. Nice little double up there, I guess. 7 could have been the beautiful bottom. It's basically in a giant rounded bottom. We look at it on the daily now. I haven't looked at it in a long time. But look at the TA. I mean, that's a bit of an Adam and Eve double bottom. That's a known pattern to break out, right? You kind of get this. And you make a neckline. And so I wouldn't be surprised if I don't really... I just look at it. I'm like a bot that just looks at the TA, but it looks like it could follow the technical analysis. And you're just looking for like a little flag here out of that like cup and handle, and then it breaks on out. As barbaric as that looks, I wouldn't be surprised. All right. Memes are safer than tokens with 3% token unlocks monthly. You like STX or Velo? Velo's hot. And I like Velodrome. I like Aerodrome. Aerodrome's been hot. You know, Aerodrome had that huge bump. I mean, we were at what, 128? Cooling off now. You expect a bit of a cool off, possibly back down to $1 even. But man, what a move for Aerodrome. Like, GFI on the nice cup and handle. There you go. Yeah. I'm just some guy. GF Burke is the man. God bless you, Burke. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Didn't buy enough. You're funny. All I know is Lifer was all these coins he's discussing today all through the bear market. I can't wait till the next cycle with Sam. Amen. Thank you. We used to discuss a lot of these coins like 18 months ago. That's why like this is kind of like a long time coming if you're a lifer. You've been watching me. And so my strategy is like very, very so well organized and prepared that the average person thinks it hasn't happened yet. You get what I mean? Like, so like this really has happened to me because like I'm a mentor and I start off and I'm like, these are the coins I'm looking at, yada, yada, yada. And let's just say, you know, it's 2022 and it's really low and the coins are down here. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to start DZing. And then a year later they're here and people are like, this guy's a loser, man. Like none of the things he said happened and they start leaving me, you know? And then I'm like, you know, now I'm building up. I'm like, now, and then we get and I'm like, all right, here's the pullback, you know, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm like, then I found the cup and handle on total 3 and I'm like, it's all season. This is it. And then like we've loaded up and like years go by, right? And it's like now it's 2 years and then boom. And then like you see that it took about 3 years and then I make massive amounts of money and you watch the whole process. And the people that had the presence and the patience to really, that really truly wanted a mentor, that really truly wanted to change their life and really watch what it would take to make millions through a market, right? That's really kind of like the process, and to put in the work and put in the time and put in the discipline. But there's people that just, they can't see my whole move and they drop out along the way before it's time to get that payday, baby. And again, that's okay. I expect that because it's, you know, in my trials and tribulations, I fell off and I didn't finish. And so I expect there are people to join my group to fall off and not finish. But if you finish the finish line with me, if you take it all the way from bear market to bull to when we decide to kind of start selling off on the top, I mean, your life will never be the same. You will be able, I truly believe you will be able to trade any market in the world after that. As crypto is the 24/7 nature of it, forces you to trade an extra 8 days a month that you don't on the regular markets, which you times that by 12 is 96. After 10 years, I mean, that's 1,000 more days in the market than most people. I'm just saying, right? It adds up over time. It really does, that experience. So there's other coins on Sui I'm going to talk about. I don't know if I would chase Sui. The 8 hour looks interesting though. I'll give you that. But that is a huge, huge candle. Look at your 1 hour before you chase. At least wait for a flag, possibly back to that 7 minute. I mean, the 21, you know, and look at your 7 minute as well. Oh, I am on the 7, yeah. Sorry. I think, look at, yeah, see your 1 hour looks pretty healthy actually. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if somehow this 8 hour continues to moon. Just watch your 1 minute. Your 1 minute would lose the 200 first. That would be an indication that you may want to stop chasing. All right. I'm indifferent on if it could continue to pump. We haven't got to extended pump season yet. Normally here you'd get some type of pullback, but that consolidation was interesting. And I did see how that flag could break out, and it did. I let that 8 hour kind of play out on the stochastics. That would probably be the end of this. There'll be some bearish div, and then it will really kind of That daily is just too far from the 21, and so is the 3-day. 3-day tells me it has to pull back somehow, some way. That gap is just too big, you know. But again, you do whatever makes you happy, right? But be careful, don't be chasing. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. We breached 30,000, on our way to 40,000. And shout out to everyone that watched these videos. Amazing. And we got through. And shout out to everyone. It's really moment of silence. Right. Funny. It's like, so weird, man. Anyway, it just, there's a lot of people that lost everything, you know, and I know I have a friend of mine personally that, like, his house is just, everything he owned is gone. So, you know, I don't want to be like, hey, my day's going great, but thank God, like, things, you know, it makes me really, really appreciate what you know, what I have, because the hurricane didn't ruin my life. And I just bought a home too. How would that have felt 3 weeks into it? You know, so, everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to jump out for the day, but I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to stay inside the trading group, and, yeah, St. Pete and Tampa both really took a beating. So to anyone out there, God bless you. I hope you a fast recovery. Somehow this will be part of your story. Your bounce back will be part of how you come through. Nobody likes a story that's like, oh, it was so easy and I got everything. You know, oh no, I lost it all to a hurricane, but I bounced back. I rebuilt. You know, as sad as that is, but those are the stories people want to hear. They don't want to hear the story where everything went great. Did you bounce down? Did you get pushed down? And did you rise back up? And that's really the key. I love you all. May God bless each and every one of you. And thank you so much for coming to my live. I appreciate all of you. And I thank you all for giving me your most precious asset, which is your time. I'll see you tonight for Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. May God bless you all. I'll see you tonight.
growing and growing and growing. And it's part of our problem, particularly in democracies, in terms of building consensus around any issue. It's really hard to govern today. You can't, there's no, the referees we used to have to determine what's a fact and what isn't a fact are kind of